know we left on a bit of a cliffhanger in Chapter 2. Chapter 2 at first seems a bit disconnected, but I can assure you within this chapter you will see the connections eventually. This chapter will feature a lot of homebrew, which is meant to give you more freedom and also challenges me as a DM to learn more and adapt to things in new ways. If you feel like something is off with your class, or you need any adjustments, there will be a one-on-one between this session and the next one. Or if you haven't had really much combat in this session, it will be after the next session. To stay in spirit of D&D, remember your goal should not be to win at D&D, but to have fun and enjoy yourselves. Flaws are as much fun as perks. Failing rolls is part of the game and does not mean you did a mistake. Perhaps it was just not meant to be, perhaps it even opens another path. Work as a group, but remember everyone's opinion on things. Remember some players are more quiet than others. Try to include those. Even if you are more active and an excited player, everyone plays a bit different. And now I was always a little bit lenient on death and death saving throws, but they're definitely in from the start of this game now. Also, all monsters are adjusted, which means even if you try to look up their stat blocks, it's not what you would expect. Because I do not agree that every bandit has to be like a challenge rating of level 1, for example. They are definitely gotten some upgrades. I also added layer actions, which happen at initiative count 20. I also added mythic enemies. Mythic basically means that once a condition is met, this monster will have increased stats, attacks, or get new attacks. One of these conditions can, for example, be the hit points were reduced to 0, and then it gets basically a second health bar.
So,
Oh no.
T12S. So, T12S.
Not everything is Final Fantasy, but yes, that would be mythic, yes. Okay, now let me go over the last chapter briefly. You managed to topple the Greed of Power. The slaves were freed, and you and your friends pushed to the throne room and faced the Archmage. Due to your actions, the barrier was broken. You guys. Oh, you guys. You guys behave. You broke the mirror. A veiled figure came out and it severed the connection to the weave. The weave is not destroyed. There's a difference in that. The connection to the weave is simply missing. Alright. Let's go over this. And this is where our chapter 3 begins. The missing connection to the weave drove all those with magical power insane. Many cities, towns, and even kingdoms fell due to this unexpected threat from within. Almost like the plague, it spread across the land. We find ourselves on one of the outer parts of the world, and while even this far out it was not safe from the plague, some few towns managed to still find their way through these times. This being said, towns still fall to this plague even in this land and time. Towns have specialized themselves in things you might find in shops, you may find not in the next one. Wait, I phrased that wrong. They have specialized themselves, and you might find things in shops that you not find in the next one. But perhaps you will find other items, perhaps even higher quality. Salim is known for being a great herbalist and carpenter. They also are lucky enough to eventually raid ruins that provided them with a few select handguns, rifles, as well as ammunition. They are, however, not able to produce these themselves. Salim is a small town situated between two mountains. The abundance of herbs alongside the mine that was eventually dug, providing them with just the right resources to manage through these harsh times. Carpenters of Salim are known for their skill in creating hardy wagons, which are traditionally pulled by rats. These are, however, not regular rats. Breeding just the right rats eventually led to the ratless gene to be isolated and bred to its full potential. As large as a horse, but much cuter. Trustworthy companions that can pull a wagon. Many had to adjust these times, thus uncommon behavior and fighting styles have emerged, for many different reasons. These have all gathered here in Salim at the right time, or perhaps the wrong. You're jumping to the first map, and you can place yourself wherever you want. You're in this town right now, for one reason or another. That makes sense.
Where to go?
Wait, I can place it, but I cannot move it.
You cannot move it.
Like to move it.
The rest can.
Wait.
You sure?
Okay. Let me just put on. No, I can place it but not move it.
Okay, hold on. That means there is something wrong with your thing. I'll just have a quick look. It might just be a check mark missing. Player's journal. Actually, this needs to be everyone. Edit.
Also, somehow you can still see my HP.
But not numbers, right?
No, numbers. Not
Yeah,
numbers.
you see your own, but not everyone else, right?
I'm stupid, yes.
I see. I see a green bar above everyone though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Can you try again, Charlie?
No.
What is going on?
So you can't move it with drag and drop?
I can drag and drop it, but I cannot move it afterwards.
Just duplicating yourself.
It
I
shouldn't
tried to
be
close it and then the opening.
anything.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll open it
see.
again.
Anything that prevents you. Oh, I did a whoopsie. This is exactly what I meant. Hold on. This is because Charlie decided it would be really funny to have the same name as one of my NPCs. So now
Did I really do that?
Yeah, it's spelled a little bit different. Yeah, that goes there. Please try now.
Not this icon, maybe a new one. Yeah, new one I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, then once again, place yourself where you wanna be, and then we'll start from. I suppose we start with. What? Let's start with Tess. Tess, you are currently in Salim. What brings you here? Would you like to introduce your character?
Hello. I'm Tess. I'm a shipwright from a couple hours away in another village. She is a carpenter by trade, but she's an artificer by class. And does a little bit of tinkering here and there. And she's come up here to repair some things, because she was told a lot of things were breaking. And she's going to take care of that.
Alright.
And she's also in search of adventure as well.
You are indeed from the town of Estonia, which is it's a little bit southeast of here. They have a harbor which is currently not running due to heavy waves, stalagmites just sprouting from the ocean, which makes it very, very dangerous to even attempt to get out of the harbor with a ship. And yeah. You are currently in Salim. Would you like to roll me a flat luck dice? Just a d20.
Uh-oh. It's doing a roll. It's taking its while, though.
Fine.
I also was sent up there because of the stalagmites and stuff as well. I wanted to get down to the bottom of why it was happening.
Okay. You see a large rat coming barreling towards you at this point.
Hello.
It is not stopping for you, however. How would you like to treat this? Do you want to try to wrestle it down as it chases towards you? Would you like to jump out of the way, or would you just be run over?
Super happy, hold my arms out and wait and see what happens.
Alright, perfect. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All good.
Alright, perfect. As you hold out your arms, the rat, it sees it, but it doesn't know you, and it just immediately runs over you, just trampling you. And in the distance, you see it jump into a river and just squeal in happiness. And while you look over, you definitely see more rats. And you will take 1d4 bludgeoning damage. As Rodriguez did not stop for you. Alright. Let's start with the next player. We have Soliana of the Hold. You are currently in the living quarters. What's up?
Well, Sol is just moving her stuff around, but it's taking a while since she's a bit weak. Which is in contrary to her class because she's a fighter, but in archery style. And despite her small stature, she's not a halfling. She's, as a matter of fact, a tiefling.
Okay. But what brings you to Solim?
She came from the forest down south, west from the town. And one thing led to the other, and now she's a refugee in this.
Okay, perfect. Would you like to add anything to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just she's not strong, so please don't expect too much of her.
Okay, we will see. She will definitely have to hold her own ground eventually.
That's it.
All right, Oleander, you are in the Healers Guild. You are actually a citizen of this town, and you are aware of Lise, who runs the Healers Guild. She is more of a nurse. And what brings you here, Oleander? Explain your character.
Well, no one sees it, but Olander is a wood elf. He has half-long, like gingery, kinda curly, textured hair with braids, and you probably a stick and a leaf and some dirt and some other trash in the hair because why not? Oddly enough, he has a stick through his ear as a piercing. Like it's an actual stick with a leaf on it, fully dressed in. It's like almost monk garbs, but not. He has two big jars on the side of his hip, currently empty, which is why he came to the Healer's Guild.
Okay.
Probably to look for some healing potions.
All right. Lise, she sees you there, and she comes over and she asks, "Oh, Oleander, what brings you here?"
I don't know.
You were looking for potions, didn't you say? Isn't that what you wanted?
Right. Potions, yes. Do you have potions?
We always do have potions for our healers, and she goes over to a cabinet, and you can give yourself 1d4 healing potions. That is your character. As she reaches in and she's like, oh, we only have 3 left. You better make good use out of them. There you go. I'll commission some more from the herbalists later.
Yes, perfect. And then he opens all the healing potions, and then he starts pouring all 3 of them into one of the big jars he has on his hip, and then he just exits.
Right. Anything you would like to add to your character?
For the people who's been in Salim for the past few days has probably seen Oleander stab people with needles.
Indeed, acupuncture it is. Okay. Let's go over to Shazad the Mighty. You are currently in the tavern. And there is a very old dwarf, and you see him stand on a chair behind a bar. He does look a little bit bored. There's not much going on in this tavern, and he sees you step in, and he's like, "Oh, a big one. What brings you here?"
Oh, damn well what brings me here. You still owe me a payment.
We paid the caravan and sent it back. We do have your ale over here, and the vodka. And he points at some barrels.
If I see some coin, I'm out to take it back.
No. Your caravan left yesterday with the money.
It's our schedule. Normally I arrives much earlier. I didn't even see a caravan on the way here.
He scratches his beard. That is indeed troubling. Maybe we should have a look and find whatever happened to them. Because we do not wish trouble upon our connections with Rama. That is the town where Shazad comes from.
It's about the third time this has happened.
Oh god, does this happen a lot?
He's a bit angry.
Alright. Would you like to describe your character for us, Volkos?
Yes, he's quite a large lad, an orc, just pure orc, not even a half orc. He's quite a large man. He always wears leather armor. He always has his pauldrons on him. Currently they're of silver. And he's mostly an imposing stature, usually pretty quiet, unless he's had a little bit to drink, which is most of the time.
Okay.
Most of 99%.
Alright, and you indeed came here because your own caravan from your hometown, they brought alcohol to this town's tavern, and usually they return with payment. But this time, indeed, your caravan did not return. Right, is there anything
Last time, you skunked me out on the money.
The
The time before, you were late 3 days. And now it doesn't even show up. But you've got some explaining to do.
He looks at you, settle down, we'll have some drinking, and then we go over to the elder and discuss the rest.
Always with the earl. Fine.
Then
Obi-Wan.
he pours you a full mug of your own vodka beer, and here you go.
Downs in one swig.
My, that usually knocks people out. Roll me a very, very low constitution saving throw with advantage.
Please roll 2 ones.
No, like if it's lower than a 5, maybe. No. You down that shit and you're feeling great. You're feeling better than before.
Oh, that is the spot. I knew this batch was special. Try to impress you. Get you to, stop with the tomfoolery, I guess. Just didn't work.
Alright. Let's go over to Oscar and Jennifer. You two are at the merchant. What are you currently plotting?
Jennifer wants to buy paper, and she's trying to explain to the shopkeeper, which probably is a bit confused, that she wants a thick grain, one diagonally, one straight. This is quite important because
What?
I need this for mapping. Yeah, exactly. That's
Oh,
exactly,
okay, you want...
That's exactly the result, the answer that I wanted. What? It has to be thick, not too yellow, but not too white. Do you understand me?
The merchant, she looks at you and she says, paper, like, you want to draw something?
Well, as a figure of speech, yes, I do want to draw it. It's for mapping.
Oh, yes. And she looks over and says, no, we do not have any of that, I believe. But we can commission it if you want.
Well, I guess I could also make it myself at this point, but... So, how long would I have to...
If you come back tomorrow, we'll have it.
I guess. Okay, I guess I'll come back tomorrow.
But
And she just turns around and is like, come on, let's go. This place is...
Jennifer, how about you first describe your character for us?
I will describe it. I was like... So, Jennifer is a humanoid. She's a human. On the petite side, she is... she's well dressed, but she's definitely not a noble. But she's also definitely not just up from the wilds. One very peculiar trait that we will notice immediately: she has a rifle, always in. It's like strapped to her back in a way that she has easy access, but it's always there. And she also has a lot of vials with her. So around her like waist, she has bubbles of vials, which look extremely horrifically dangerous. A lot of them are fizzling, a lot of them are like have fire inside of them, a lot of them have a lot of concoction that probably you wouldn't want to touch. She also doesn't really, how can I say, she's not very good at speaking with people. She is very, very interesting. Definitely a bit weird.
All right. And indeed, as you leave the merchant's house, before you stands a half-orc, and I would like Oscar to introduce him.
Yeah, well, Oscar is a very big guy. He is quite scarred from the battles he has been in. He has a big greatsword on his back, short hair, quite wild, doesn't really like try to keep it. He just wakes up, okay, that's good. And he looks quite intimidating, but is actually quite a softie.
No.
And currently is talking to Jennifer, whatever the fuck your name is.
I think it's Guinevere.
Guinevere, yes.
Okay.
Guinevere, okay, GG.
Guinevere, yes.
He's currently talking to Gigi.
GG. Oh.
So, why didn't you tell the merchants that you want cartographer paper from the get-go?
Well, that's exactly what I told them. I described it. It's not my fault if they don't understand exactly how cartographer paper is made.
Well, you see, most people are not as intelligent as you, my lady.
Well, how is that my problem?
Simp.
He's a bodyguard, let him fucking live.
I pay him, what the fuck? Well, I don't see how that is my problem. And I was going to buy it. They want my money, so I don't say, well, what is the problem? I'm describing something for them, and they're not capable even to understand that. I'm describing a piece of paper.
Well,
yeah, whatever.
It doesn't mean you're right, but I have a proposition for you.
Let's hear it.
In the future, you can go and... The fuck are you doing, Mom?
Don't call her mom, please.
in any case.
I got upgraded from lady to mom now.
In the future, how about you let me do the talking? I can actually get quite a lot of discounts. Look at me, I can intimidate them. It will be beneficial.
It just looks at you like, yeah, sure,
Violence,
I am
let's go.
going to let you threaten every single human that we see. I really don't want to get to prison. I understand that you are very much into bashing people's brain into walls, but I would rather not.
That's not necessarily what I'm here about. I'm here to defend you, not to bash people and their skulls into their wall.
Semantics. Same thing, I guess.
Whatever. Lead the way.
Right. Is there anything you two would like to add about your characters?
My gun is shiny.
Crazy.
Crazy.
He's full as fuck.
Your gun is indeed one of a kind. While it certainly has similarities to rifles that are around this area, and especially in Solim. It definitely has its own kinks, and it works in mysterious ways that only you understand. All right.
Yes.
Because I
I agree.
forgot it, Tess, is there anything you would like to add to your character? I jumped over that step, I'm afraid.
We lost this. The rat got.
Oh.
Sorry?
Is there anything you would like to add to your character? Because I overstepped that thing.
Oh.
Literally.
Aesthetically, she's a half elf. Well, she's literally a half elf, but aesthetically, she has a giant. Her right arm is actually like it was severed off in an accident, so she has this big robo arm that she uses, and most of her armor is very clearly tinkered with. Like, there's been like constant works on it and stuff like that, so it's quite clear to see that.
Yep. This is indeed a chapter in which I have two artificer, or however you want to pronounce artificers. I don't even know. All right, and
Just call them machine boys.
yeah,
Yes.
The inventors of the group.
inventor
Yeah.
boys. Yes, indeed. But you are quite different in forms of your class, so this is also very fun. You eventually hear a bell. All citizens of Salim are very much aware of this sound. It usually indicates an event that requires immediate attention. And as you walk towards the noise, you see a bald man with a small bell, and he's shaking it violently. I would like know how you react to this. Not the bald man, but the ringing itself.
Get close.
You choose to ignore it, or do you choose to go to the Elder set?
What does the bell? Does everyone in the mine start like going towards it?
Yeah, everyone, all the
I'll follow
citizens
suit
at least, not everyone, but the people that live here. They do go towards that.
I'll go.
Shazat comes out the tavern carrying the bearded one.
You
And-
carry beer?
Big bearded one.
Oh, the bearded one. You carry him. All right, let's go.
And
Yes.
Soliana will leave behind everything that's a bit heavy and will only go in her simple clothes. So no weapons, anything.
Perfect. That's fine.
Carrying crop on his shoulder.
Yeah, he seems almost a little bit excited, but every time you look at it, he gives you a stern look.
Franz came from the herbalist hut,
Yes.
right? Does he have a vial of poison on him?
Roll me a d20 and see what Lux says about this. He appears to have a flask with him. It seems to be green, and he was looking at it, but he heard the ringing of the bell, and he immediately came running. And now he finds himself with this flask of poison that he didn't even know why he brought it.
Oleander is gonna slowly approach, and he's gonna put his face really close to the flask, look up at Franz, and be like, "Can I have a swig?"
But Oleander, you know this is poison, right? This is not a potion.
Yes. Can I have a swig?
Roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Where the frick is my persuasion?
What a great girl.
You see his eyes frown, and he thinks to himself, but don't blame me. And he hands you the bottle.
And Oleander is gonna have a small swig and then give it back.
You see Franz just like, I don't even know why. It's fine though, it's okay. I'll refill it later.
Oleander is just stood there now. Like, you know when you take a shot and you get the shivers? That's how he reacts.
Indeed.
An alcoholist. Okay, gotcha.
Alright. A wave of stress runs through the village. You definitely fear uneasiness because of the bell. There's definitely muffled voices like, are we under attack? Is the plague coming? What is happening? As the elder himself steps out, And he takes a staff and he knocks it on the wooden floor. And he says, "Quiet down, everyone. We have discovered a tablet in the mine. We are not sure of its origin, and we're only able to loosely translate it." He then lays the tablet on a table. Next to it, you can see a few sheets of paper with the translations, and I will give you this as a handout. Everyone a moment to read this.
I swear that dog.
What? A dog?
That is dog in the background music.
Yeah, it's just town square sound effect.
I just realized I don't hear it.
You don't hear it?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if maybe I muted the tab somehow.
Does everyone else hear it?
I do.
I hear you.
Okay.
I did have to turn the volume up though. Usually when I
Yeah.
join a new session, it resets to 100, but it was 0 this time.
Yeah,
So I
you.
had to bring it up.
I don't hear it. Ah!
Don't. Then please restart or check the audio things.
I
Right
tried
now
to
it's just calm background music though.
Let
With
me
the
just
dog.
join back.
Bring the heart of 5 beasts.
Strong as mountains.
Wild as the sea itself. Blah, 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 blah. 2 up form.
Dun, 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 dun. To be had.
Perhaps more information can be translated at a later time. Perhaps. Alright. You see him frown and he strokes his beard. While we are not certain of its value, we believe this is a chance worth taking. More and more towns fall each year, and even in our mountains, we will not manage to last forever. Therefore, the council has decided that we wish to act upon this chance. The tablet details 5 powerful beasts. And while we here do not know anything about the state of the current world, we wish to send out a caravan to find information about these monsters, or maybe even slay them. But we here are just carpenters and herbalists. Therefore, we will have to ask for volunteers who wish to participate in this journey. Is there anyone here who would wish to join this expedition, even in such perilous times?
Tess very quickly raises her hand. Got a question, love? Looking at the elder.
He seems a bit shocked at how you addressed him. Yes?
The power that you said you're gonna have here, are you gonna use it to help the other towns as well? Say a certain town by the southeast?
Oh, how could we support them?
Well, it says here that you get power that is unachievable even by magic, if that is even such a thing. That sounds quite a lot. So, if you promise to help your town to the southeast, where I live, I'm in.
Well, the towns should work together regardless. We are obviously always wishing to help those that we can help, as long as it doesn't put ourselves in great danger. But yes, you have my word. Should you help us, we will help you.
Yep, I'm in then. Big smile on her face.
Thank you very much. But I feel like we need 5 more volunteers.
What specific number?
By this point, Shazad comes through with the bearded one.
Yeah.
Oh, to the side, coming through.
Yeah, he's indeed coming with you, and you see him almost really excited at this point that he can see their world so far from above.
He like sets him down.
Oh.
All right, Don't know about some tablet, but you owe me something. He's not paying. He's been doing this 3 times. I need something. No, keep getting drunk on my high quality drink, and I'm at my boiling point. I'm about to flip a coin.
You're flipping a coin, but what for?
Would you like to know?
Xaver, he looks at you almost in shock. What? Why? Yes, you must be the traveler from Ramar. Your alcoholic drinks, indeed, they are sold in our tavern. But I can assure you, your caravan it has left already, on its way back to Ramar.
Why didn't it arrive?
It is indeed curious. Perhaps this is one of the things that, if you choose to go that route, this expedition could definitely research about and find, perhaps. But he does look at you, and he feels a little bit like he doesn't want the problem to be all on your side. And he throws you 42 gold coins.
Oh. Patrick's throws me 42 gold coins. Okay.
This will perhaps not cover the entirety, but our towns, they should work together.
I agree. Make sure it doesn't happen again. And you said something about this expedition of yours.
Yes.
Trade has been bad lately, and I've had quite a stockpile of my stuff already, so I've been yearning for a bit of adventure through the years. You say an expedition, what about?
5 beasts have to be exterminated, but we can only loosely translate the idea about 2 of them. Strong as mountain. No, wait, is it strong as mountain? Okay. Wild as the sea and strong as mountain, wasn't it? Let me double check. Strong as mountain, wild as the sea. Yeah. Yeah. Strong as mountains and wild as the sea itself.
That does sound like a proper challenge.
Can we count on your help?
You promise proper reward, and that such, let's just call it, business mishaps do not continue to happen, then yes, I shall help you with your little problem.
We will definitely look into what happened to the caravan that left. Yes.
Oh, and of course, and this one, and he pokes the bald one, the beard. He gets to keep his beard.
You see the little dwarf, he touches his beard all over. You cannot ever take a dwarf's beard! This is about pride!
Well, I don't make any payments. What's that?
Indeed. Alright.
No, off you go.
And
Alright.
with this, he looks once again and he thinks he needs 4 more volunteers.
Anyways, you hear in the crowd to the left, you hear some coming through, move out of the way now. And you see a head pop out from the crowd. Will there be transport?
Xaver looks at you. Transport? What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna move there on foot, you know.
Oh, why yes, we're carpenters. We create the hardiest of wagons. And we will have some of our most trusty steed pull it.
Okay, I'm in. No further questions asked.
He looks shocked at you. That was remarkably easy. All right.
I have my own reasons to go.
Well, that is very fair. Sometimes not everyone needs to share their reasons and keep them to themselves. But thank you very much for your help. And he once again looks into the ground. Perhaps if we had 3 more volunteers.
I will just elbow Oscar and be like, yeah, show them your communicative skills.
Alright, you gonna intimidate everyone? Let's go.
Intimidate, smash them all.
I wanna use intimidating presence. No, I'll just go through everyone. Coming through. Thank you. So, what was that about felling beasts?
Well, we don't know what has to be done yet. We only have a few lines translated. But we believe it is best to already act even without having the rest translated. Perhaps it is yet a chance to save this world, to not fade out into darkness.
What do you say, lady? Doesn't this sound promising?
Thumbs up. Don't say anything. I just...
I would say that's a yes. Count us in.
Oh,
That's
amazing.
two.
Oh, that's very great, kind half-orc. Yeah.
Right, right.
And with this, he checks notes and he says, we need at least one more, though.
Olander is just stood. He's like looking around at other people like.
You
Anyone?
feel at this point how considering most don't want to join this, the crowd kinda disperses, leaving only Oleander back there. And as the elder looks at you, Oleander, this might be your duty.
I move away. Go ahead, Oleander. Show yourself.
By all means, step forward.
Never met him. First time heard his name. Probably said it wrong. Go ahead.
He's just stood there like kinda surprised. He's like, oh, do we get Rodriguez?
He looks at you. Of course, only Rodriguez would be good enough for such a mission.
Who?
Rodriguez.
I don't know, I
Felt
said
like-
character.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It is the most trusty of rats in this village. Everyone knows Rodriguez.
No, I don't.
Well, you're not
Yes,
from
you
here.
You know Rodriguez, and he like
Oh yeah,
points
Tess
at
knows it.
the half orc. You know him?
Knows Rodriguez.
No, little one, I do not.
Yes, you do.
Perhaps you ought to let him do the caravans to my village from now on.
And as you say that, you see Rodriguez come in much more calm this time.
It's you! Oh my god! Run over and I'm gonna squish his cheeks.
Give
pet
me an animal handling.
Oh god, I don't even think I have anything in that. That's just
He takes it. He loves being pet, so he's used to it, and he gives you a few big sniffs and then decides that you're not a threat because he already ran over you, so he lets you pet him.
I'll pet him with my left hand
Very
and lightly squish his cheeks.
But Oleander, will you join them?
But we
He's
want
gonna-
such a scrawny little one.
He looks at this orc and takes out one of his needles. It's like
Boy.
a long needle used for acupuncture. And he just holds it in front of your face. I can do a lot of harm with these, just as you know.
Just as you do that, Gilliver would just take out her gun and cock it right
Oh
behind.
my god! No violence, please!
I bet that tiny needle can do not as much as I can do.
Hey,
Zat grabs the needle and tries to break it.
Whoa. First,
Oh my God.
okay, so you let him take it? Okay.
Oh yeah, the
But
needle
the
breaks.
needle-
Okay.
But I take out another one.
Oh my goodness, Coriander, stop it! Stop it!
You see the elder, he stomps the stake on the wooden floor again. What are you doing?
I said I was in as long as we have Rodriguez.
Well, you will have him, and therefore, I believe I have a full expedition team of very mixed characters.
That already get very well along, I would like to
Yeah,
say. and
this
I
can
put my
only
gun away.
end in great success.
I mean, this is.
We get a wagon.
Yes, we will have the wagon prepared by tomorrow morning. Today you may feast.
Brewing station.
What?
Prepare me a brewing station.
He looks at you. A brewing station. Why, yes, we can do that. We have excellent carpenters who will get right on it.
And a bed.
He looks over to you. Yes, there will be beds usually. You don't have to request that.
No, a good bed. I don't want.
He ponders. Well, we usually don't build bad beds on purpose.
I
Can
could
you
oversee
all
that
get
if you
me a-
want.
Can you all get me a sharpening stone or something?
He looks at you. It's like this wagon. It is limited in size, my good man. we can give a sharpening stone to the storage unit. Perhaps when you have a moment of reprise, you can take it out and sharpen your weapons next to the wagons. But I do not believe this should be inside the wagon.
Oh yeah, I didn't want it inside. I wanted it in the storage unit.
That will be fine. We will prepare it for you.
Where's the wagon being made? I'll make sure that it's
The wagon is probably being made. We can say it's over by.
Smithy and mine.
Yeah, probably near the smithy. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll go and assist in the making of it. Make sure it's all right.
Perfect. Thank you very much. For tonight, please go to the tavern if you are in need of food and drinks. Everything is free for today. Should you need anything else, please don't hesitate to let us know.
How do you expect to pay me back if you offer my drink for free?
He looks at you. We also sell carpentry work. We have money. It is not just your things that we're selling. Besides, I have already given you some money. Little shit.
Less than you owe me. What a...
And with this, you see him step into his office. It is now late afternoon in a late spring day. And what will you do on this last day before your expedition?
Before I head towards the tavern, I'm gonna be like, and I will see you tomorrow, you little rat. And I'll squish his cheeks and pop his nose.
He loves it.
And then I'll walk towards the tavern.
To be exact, where is the wagon being built?
Up here in the smithy in mine.
Okay, in that case, Sol will just go back to her living quarters.
Okay, that is perfectly fine.
And jump on the bed.
Jump on the bed, she will. Alright, the rest of you guys.
Gonna hit the tavern for some grub if y'all wanna come.
I'll treat you all to my recipe. Give you a good drink for once.
Is
I
it
go
poison?
wherever the lady goes.
You consider 90% alcohol poison?
I don't think I want to kill myself, love. I'm gonna be honest.
You can water it down.
Okay.
Alright,
All taste is good.
you don't need the red noise anymore. Alright, as all of you except for the little tiefling step into the tavern, you once again see the dwarf who is standing on a chair behind the bar, with a half dirty rag just polishing the bar. And he looks over and he sees Shazad and he's like, "Ah, more trouble! What now?"
Want them all. All of us. One.
He jumps off the chair and he goes into the bag and he brings back a small barrel and then starts pouring drinks from it. Alright, here you go. And then
Got
he
anything hearty for food?
hardy for food. He scratches
Something
his
filling, you know?
bald head and we have some. There's probably some venison, and maybe some boar meat that the hunters brought in.
Ooh, yeah. Some of that, please, love.
He
I'll
looks
the other
over
hand.
to the kitchen and he yells, Ah, boar meat. And you hear it from the back. All right.
I'll go and sit my tushy down.
All right. And he looks at the rest of you. Anyone else? Anyone? Anything?
Yeah, same.
And then he says, another boar meat. I'm like, okay.
Sure, why not?
3.
Yeah.
Is it a
Well,
total of
depends on
5 or an extra one? Yeah, then what is 3 total now? Oh, never get cheap workers. All right, and he does.
Anna was saying something?
I was just telling you to get drunk because
All
have
right.
fun with everyone else because probably tomorrow we will all go. So.
Okay, if you want to drink Shazad's drink, you will have to roll me Constitution, and he
Can
will
I water mine
decide
down?
whether or not that actually is a success or not me.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm watering mine
Oh.
down because I don't drink.
Then
so-
you may roll with advantage.
Oscar will just go and try to shove it down.
A 25 should be.
Would we be considered poisoned if we fail?
For the sake of it, you will be tipsy. This is a roleplay moment. Because you technically will have a long rest and then the day begins.
you both succeed.
Alright,
Oh,
like
Leander succeeds as well.
big sip and immediately start coughing like. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, it tastes
Hip
good.
buds.
Oh, but it's good. Keeps you alive.
It certainly keeps you awake.
Keeps you on your edge, on your toes.
You
Oh,
got
come on,
hair
man,
on
let's
your
see.
tongue.
Take a swig. Be
Yeah.
afraid.
The next one getting is water.
Yeah, he's talking to Guinevere. Come on then.
Uh-uh.
Anna?
What?
He's talking to you to take a swig.
I think not. Turn the other way around and write her stuff in her journal, ignoring everyone.
Right, alright.
Oh, that one.
And
Drinks it himself.
Can I add I wanted to ask you, can I add like a journal to my
Yes.
inventory? It's
obviously, add a journal. You have a journal now.
flat. Yay.
As we're sitting here, Oleander is gonna like peek over at Guinevere's
Sorry.
wobbles and all the different concoctions she have.
I would probably notice you from the side eye.
Oh yeah, he's not trying to be discreet.
Okay, so I will take a small vial. I have 3 of them close to my chest, and I will toss it to you. It's it's a grain-ish mix.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's a toxin. It's a toxin from a frog. Take it like that.
Alright.
And Oleander is gonna open it and then he's gonna like smell.
Please don't
You like-
taste it.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
As you say, please don't taste it, you just see like he already has dipped a needle in it and then he's just like on his way to lick the needle.
Oh boy.
What?
It's a toxin. It's quite poisonous. I use it for my weapon. I mean, you can lick it, but don't go for
He's gonna maintain eye contact with you as he licks the poison.
Such an awkward guy, I love him.
Jennifer is going to like look at you like, you're a weird one, aren't you?
Well,
I like it though.
I'm Oleander, not Coriander.
Oh,
Nice.
Ah,
coriander.
sorry, my mistake.
And
I am not really good at remembering names. Or pronouncing them for that matter.
It's a quite common name. Not really. It's not. I'm lying.
Yeah, I guess as much as the first one I actually heard that it's called Oleander.
Oh, you should have met the other Oleander I met.
Was it your reflection in a mirror?
Yes.
Of course it was.
Yes.
Oh, you guys.
Enough about me. Seeing as we all have to travel together now, voluntarily, I guess. Ish. Almost.
Right.
Who are you guys? I've never seen you before.
What do you mean? I've been here many times.
Okay, I've maybe seen you, but
I've definitely seen you walking around. I've only been here a few days though. And Tess.
yeah, I am kind of like a healer of some sorts. Can do
Oh, like
some
an alchemist?
experimental alchemist, maybe.
That sounds
Experimental? Her eye, so like she's curious, right? But very cautious.
Mm.
Well, I make both poisons and potions, and I use them in battle for my own advantage. And I can
Hey, bit like
can-
me.
ish maybe.
Oh.
And I have honed my ability to use needles in battle to harm or heal, depending
Okay,
on
so
what I want.
Wait, what? You heal with those needles?
Well, you see,
Oh.
and then he unhinges the one of the jars on his hip, and he puts it on the table, and then you can see it's a bottle filled, like it's a jar filled with healing potion, and then there's tons of needles, like too many to count, that's soaking in the liquid. You see, I can pinpoint accurate measures to stop an infection or heal a wound. Not heal, well, it needs tending afterwards, but I can momentarily stop the bleeding to the point where it's not fatal, maybe? It's... I don't know.
Tess is looking very impressed while shoving food in her mouth at the same time. Like, she hasn't lost eye contact, but she's still eating, like, very quickly.
How do you manage to reach in there and not get pricked?
Well, you see, needles have a blunt side and a sharp side.
Yes, but if they're all too many to count in there, surely you pricked yourself a dozen times.
Hmm.
Maybe before, but not so much anymore.
Practice makes
Sure, well
perfect, right?
Yes.
I suppose.
Meanwhile, you hear some screaming near the bar. What do you mean I'm too young? I'm older than most here, you know?
You're as short as a dwarf. Get lost. Or show me your ID.
We have no IDs here.
Well, that's very convenient, isn't it?
He
Just-
just walks over and picks up the dwarf by his bald head.
Wait, what are you doing? Let me down!
No, I think he
The dwarf.
picked the dwarf.
Oh, the dwarf, okay.
The dwarf's like,
Is your tiefling bald?
What?
Yeah.
He will struggle against it though. Let's see. Nah. I don't even need to roll that. You succeed.
Alright. Pour them a drink. You know better than that. Tieflings are very old.
Very old? You'd say that this thing is maybe a 200-year-old dragon? And with that, he
Call them
reaches
a dragon.
behind him And he purrs once again one of Shazad's drinks and holds it over to Soleadna. Don't blame me though.
I will grab it out of his hand. Thank you. And I will move over to the party.
He
How
puts
small
the
are you?
dwarf down and gives him a little pat on the bald head.
he looks at you. You know, I'm not really your pet.
You have a choice.
All right. Is there anything you would like to roleplay before we finish this day?
Oleander looks
Right.
across at everyone else. Like, Oleander has just been talking about himself this entire time, even though he tried to
Mhm.
deflect talking about himself. But it was just deflected back at him. So now he's like pointing at everyone. He goes, I want names. I want speciality. We're a team. We have to work together.
Right.
Let's start with the little young one in the back.
I might be older than you, you know.
Okay, let's make it into a competition. How old are you?
Well, 43.
Well, you see, I am like, I think 300 and something years old.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you picked up a wrong fight here, little one.
Yo, skills. Two of
Sol will just give a death glare to Oscar and she will down her drink in one go. Whatever it is.
Dice.
Right, that will
Oh,
be
no.
a con save.
Oh yes!
Flatlines.
I might too.
That good
Oh,
enough?
For that small of a thing? No.
I rolled a
Alright.
17 on that one.
All right, Charlie. I suppose you do get a bit tipsy, and everything seems to be a bit more funnier, and yeah.
Okay. I'm a fighter in archery still, and I use tipped arrows. Oh, also I have a gun, but that one's at home since it's a bit.
You get a gun?
I got a gun. That's 7 rounds in total, so yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah. I'll show to you when we well, go off since it's at my home. Don't want to get it.
True, the wagon. Tess is gonna immediately stand up. Hi, I am Tess. I am a shipwright / navigator, and I gotta go work on the thing that's keeping us alive. Bye. And she leaves, like very quickly.
Right.
I guess Genevieve will just not. She will not turn from her paper, but she will raise her hand. It's like, I'm Genevieve, and I'm, well, I guess you can call me an inventor of sorts. And then continues to write down.
I'm her bodyguard. Look at my sword. Try to guess what I do with it.
Fall so low, Oscar.
Acupuncture?
Yes, I acupuncture your fucking ass. What do you mean I acupuncture with this two-handed fucking greatsword? What do you mean?
You'd be surprised what acupuncture can do to the body.
You can't do acupuncture with a greatsword though.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Okay,
Acupuncture
here
in half.
I hold it with my one hand to Oleander. Try it.
You see the
It's a
dwarf
really-
look over. Please don't destroy the things.
It's a really heavy two-handed sword, like really heavy.
Oleander is gonna try to grab it, but just like he's too weak. But he's dexterous enough to where he can navigate it so it doesn't break anything, and instead of like chipping the floor, it lands on the broadside, so I guess not enough harm is done. Just a metallic bang in the floor. Oops.
Go ahead, try it.
He just lets it lay on the ground.
Yeah, I thought
Well-
so. I pick it up with one hand. Yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm a close range fighter, and I'll be the one defending you all, most likely. But
Oh,
mostly my
you did
benefactor.
Such a good job at that back in the day.
What do you mean back in the day?
But you don't remember me, Oscar. It's been that long.
Wait a second.
Are you his dad?
Papa?
Father!
No, no, no. We're both ex-mercenaries. Some just have fallen lower than others, it seems. And we were in the same band of mercenaries. He's the respectable warrior. Now he's but a bodyguard or a mentor.
You're selling drinks. Are you
At
telling
least
me any
they have
better?
honor. I brought my family's recipe back.
Wow, that's impressive. I am keeping my honor with my sword, you know, like fighters do.
But the weapons are wasted.
Hey, I have a bow.
We're gifted with our strength. Why waste it on a weapon like that?
Because it's an extension of oneself.
Oleander is gonna like lean over to Guinevere. Am I the only one who feels a weird sexual tension in the air?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's how this is going to side-eye him. What? I'm not exactly. No.
He just like puts his hands up in the air, like how do you explain it? Like just next to him up in the air, and he's like, "Don't blame me. I'm just pointing out."
If
Unless
any-
you're actually his father.
No.
Then-
No.
Like I said, we worked together in a long time ago.
Yeah, if anything, I would probably just beat the shit out of him. But that's where it ends.
You know I'm better at that than you are.
You would lose. You lost every single sparring. What are you on about? You drunken fool.
No. I've learned to master the drink. You get to know. You get to know.
So, the lady that I can't fucking pronounce the name of, Guinevere.
Guinevere. It's like
Guinevere. Guinevere. Okay. Gigi.
Guinevere.
I'll just call you Gigi.
Oh my god.
So, Gigi, what are you writing there?
I'm writing something that I feel like your intellect would not comprehend.
Hmm.
But sure, I'm taking notes on whatever the head of the city told us, and I'm trying to draw what I remember of the tablet that I saw. And I'm also writing all the information we are learning from you, because you all are so talkative.
Guinevere,
Just go back there.
you indeed, you have a very keen mind and you remember things. And just from looking at the tablet, you were able to write it down. You yourself, you have no idea what language this is. You only know the bits that the elder himself already had translated on paper next to it. So you managed to create a copy from memory that is probably at least mostly 100% accurate.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. And I'll go back to it and ignore everyone.
Okay, I guess she won't listen to me at all when she's like that.
So you do learn, huh?
There's a lot of sexual tension between a lot of characters on this game.
What a great campaign we have here, huh, Edge?
Hmm.
Aren't you happy?
I'm always happy. This is fine for me. I like this.
So this is how the porn began.
No. You guys know my rules.
Keep it
Right.
17 plus.
Yes, I guess.
Shazad at this point points towards the tiefling. What do you do?
I think I already told that. I'm a fighter, archery style, and I shoot tipped arrows. AKA arrows laced with poison or paralysis. Oh yeah, also I have two pets. A lovely spider and a frog.
Roll.
One of them gives paralysis, other one is poisonous.
Which one? Just the paralysis one.
It's the frog.
Can I hold it?
You can hold it when we're on the camp. Since I don't have it really in my pocket.
You don't keep your frog in your pocket? What?
No. I'm, I like point at my arms. I'm not that strong, I'm more of a dexter. Yeah.
Yeah, besides not
Orcs aren't
everyone
that
is as
big.
good as you, Shazad.
You're not strong enough to hold a frog?
I'm strong enough to hold a frog, but I like to keep myself lightweight.
Frog is like maybe 100 grams. What? Oh,
It gives paralysis, my friend. If I keep it in my pocket and it gets out or I stick my hand into it, I don't want a paralyzed hand in the middle of combat.
That sounds like fun.
oh.
Oh,
You
God.
wear gloves.
Guinevere will put down her glass and will be just like, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Wait, Guinevere or Soleana?
Fuck! Soleana, I only kept thinking of like that name of how to bend it.
Okay, I'll be. You guys can find me in the river. I'll go in the river.
You good? Okay, go.
Okay, frog.
And as you do, you see the rats. They come closer to you as they're playing in the water. All right.
Okay, I'll just start practicing my sports swings.
Oh.
Not at the rats, not at the rats. I am not killing the rats.
Fight.
All right. Okay. And as you all you had your food, you had your drinks, I would bestow upon you a inspiration token, all of you. Inspiration in this chapter is a reroll with advantage or a reroll with disadvantage. What do I mean with this? You can only inspiration things that are correlating to you. You can reroll a skill check, an ability check, a saving throw, and you can reroll if the enemy does a saving throw, but only if you're the one who caused it. This is for you. All right. And as a new morning starts, you already hear excited shouting. You hear some children cheering as a lot of people seem to be waiting for you at the exit of the town already. What will your characters do?
Oh, I'll be at the wagon already, so I'll be over here.
The wagon is now there, yes. And you see that Rodriguez is already what would the word for it be? He is in front of it.
Saddled? I think
Saddled. Yeah, saddled. We can go.
Can I saddle him up? Be the one saddling him up.
You're the one who just makes sure that all the rope is tied, that his harness is on correctly, and yeah.
He's such a good boy. Like squish his cheeks.
He squeaks in excitement.
Did
He's ready to
Oscar
go.
sleep? Did Oscar sleep with the rats outside in the river?
No, he eventually went into the living quarters. He just had a nice bath in the river while also exercising.
Okay, not bad.
Meanwhile, Sol will just like drag her back with all her belongings like across the bridge, across the grass, and like to the wagon slowly.
And slowly, the siefling with a dragged coffer approaches you.
It's like what the one where they do like the indents in the ground where it like drags the line of where you've been dragging it.
Oscar will also wait for Guniver.
She's
Geneva?
probably sleeping.
Alright, love.
Whenever is sleeping.
Need a hand?
Oscar will pick
Yes,
up.
please, can you lift this one up the wagon, please?
I'll pick it up.
And for you, this is like really, really light.
I'll pretend to pick it up with two hands to make it like seem it's quite heavy. And then I'll pop it on. You want it on this shelf over here?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
just right there, thank you.
Pop it right up.
And so yeah, I will pant a bit.
Oleander suddenly pops up out of nowhere. And he goes, "Are you sure it's the best idea to let the weakest one have a shelf that high?"
Well, it's
She
fine.
requested
I'll...
it.
See, I also brought this, and I grabbed like one of those stepping stools. It's just for the caravan.
But aren't you also the shortest one here?
Look at Oleander just stroke.
Yeah, you actually all have fairly tall characters, yes.
Apart from Soleana.
Yeah, Soliana's a bit small. 150 or something.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I'm the second smallest after you.
The elder, he looks around. Oh, there still seem to be people missing. Can you perhaps get them? We need to get this on the road to save daylight.
Oscar will try to wake up Guniver with bashing on the door. Hey, wake up!
I'm
Whoa.
off!
Immersed.
Son of a... Anyway,
Immersive gameplay.
we'll be extremely sleepy and we'll just drag her ass behind us, like half sleeping on his back.
Sure. Oscar will also take her like staff so she doesn't have to carry it and can sleepwalk.
Nice.
All right. Looks like everyone is here now. The town of Salim. We will pray for your success.
Alright. Thanks.
And
Is there any way we can call you back? If you know, we find anything.
the landline is really bad around here. Perhaps if you traveled back, it would be better.
Okay. That sounds good.
Maybe you could give us a pigeon.
A what?
Send back a bird. Then we can send back with a message.
A bird. He scratches his head. They stopped using the pigeon post. Back over at Estonia, they still have some pigeons. Maybe if you go there, you can get one. And, Cass, you do recall that there is a rookery in Estonia, the harbor town where you're at. It was used to deliver post from one island to another. But as of recently, no birds returned that were sent out, and also no birds from other towns were sent to it. Therefore, it was kinda shut down. Alright, and with this, we will go over
Give me a sec.
this map. This is the inside of the wagon. It houses 6 beds. We will not always pull this one up, but if you're traveling, this is pretty much what is there, what you can use. There's a map, there's a kitchen, an alchemy, storage, and yeah. And with this, I would like to have one person volunteer to be the gatekeeper of the wagon inventory.
The box.
The box.
Who would like to adjust these resources? Because it's easier if a player does it and not me.
I can do it, I guess. Probably also would make sense because I have the best memory.
Yeah, because this basically means that if you do a travel a day, then you deduct the resource. Resources, obviously there's rations. All of you require 3 rations. There are currently 30 rations in the box. If your player already had rations, I have already zeroed it out because this way I'll just streamline it a bit. The red food is for Rodriguez. If you do not have red food, Rodriguez will instead eat 5 rations. So it's not as efficient. Water you can refill at any freshwater thing that you find. Utility, obviously there's a bit of repair kits. There are some red bandages. Perhaps you will find more things on the way. Alright, and with this, we are getting started.